Do you take a bath or a shower? Now you might be wondering where I'm going with this, but let me explain. When you were young and you come home after playing, what's up, Bo? You come home after a long day of playing in the sand, in the dirt, in the woods, or whatever you were doing as a kid. You would come home and your parents, your mom or dad or whoever you had, would put you in a tub of bath water and let you get in there and get clean. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some people, when I was a kid, I basically took a bath every other day. Okay? It wasn't until later on in life till I started taking a shower. But when you're a kid, you know, it's not a big deal to you. You get in the tub, you get in there, you really just want to play, so you wash off, or you get your parents to wash off as quick as possible, and so you can play. My little girl's like that. She loves playing in the tub. She loves playing in the tub. No matter how dirty she got, she would stay in that bathtub as long as you let her, okay? But as I got older, I realized that, number one, taking a shower is quicker. Taking a shower, you know, you wash off and it just kind of goes off of you. It's a little bit quicker and easier, especially if you just have a walk-in shower or something like that. So, but, you know, when you sit down and think about it, when you sit down and really think about it, what are you doing when you're in that bath? If you're in a bathtub, you just came in from working in the yard or whatever, and you go sit in a bathtub, you start washing off. What are you doing? It's actually quite disgusting if you think about it. Now, it's one thing if you got rinsed off or washed off before you got in the tub. What's up, Rudy? But if you're in that bathtub and you just been working outside, you got all sweaty, nasty, dirty, right? And you're sitting in that bathtub, you just washed off, and you're just sitting in it. You know, and I think about this sometimes when my little girl's in the bathtub. You're sitting in that dirty water. Right, you're sitting in that. It's water, it's dirt stuff that's just gotten washed off of you. You just washed it off. You washed your underarms, you washed your butt, whatever, and you're sitting in this bathtub. Okay. Now I don't know how long you would stay in a bathtub like that, but the point is, okay, when you're in a shower, when you take a shower, you wash off. You start with your head, whatever. You wash down. Everything rinses off of you into the drain. When you're in the bathtub and you're washing off, if you're sitting in a bathtub of water, you're washing off, guess what? All that water is still in the tub, okay? Now, when you really think about this is quite disgusting. It's quite disgusting, and I guess it depends on how dirty you were before you got in there, that kind of stuff. But you see my point. And, of course, you know I got an analogy of this. What does this have to do with anything? What does this have to do with anything? Do you take a bath or a shower? Okay, and what I mean by this, when you take in a bath and relate this to your life, oftentimes we get in these moods, we get in these pity parties, self-pity, worry, doubt, struggle, stress, and we just sit in them. We sit in them. And what does that do? Well, the longer you sit in it, the dirtier it gets, and the worse it affects you. Okay? So the longer you sit in that pity, you worry and you stressing over stuff, the harder it gets on you because you can't seem to get out of that dirty bath water. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you know, these things that sometimes we put them on ourselves. Sometimes we do things to ourselves. We make bad decisions or whatever the case would be, and then we go through the next 6 months or a year or 2 years or whatever through life worrying about it and stressing about it, and we start, what's up, Jeffrey Lee? Good video this morning. We're talking about a bath versus a shower. And oftentimes what we do is we put so much on ourselves that when something goes wrong, we have a pity party. What's up, Chad Morgan, my friend? We have a pity party, right? And we stay in that pity party. Just like somebody would stay in a bath too long and take a bath in that dirty water. Sometimes in life, it don't matter if somebody else does it to us or we do it to ourselves. Sometimes in life, we stay in that pity until we get covered in the dirt we just washed off. We keep getting nastier and nastier. Do you understand what I'm saying? Whereas, if you're one that can actually let go, you just need to step in the shower. You need to step in the shower, wash all that stuff off like that, and get back to work. Get back to life. Because what happens is you allow those things to weigh you down, much like you're sitting in that dirty bath water, or a pig would waller in their old mire. You know, you stay in that stuff so long, eventually what happens is it just gets back up on you. Yeah, you do get wrinkled up, but you that dirt just stays on you. You're really not getting it off. You know what I'm saying? You're still sitting in a dirty bath water. And same thing happens when you are having a pity party or you're stressing and worrying about stuff. Listen, something to remember. When you do something, you can't go back and change it. Okay? The past is the past. What you have to do, much like taking a shower versus a bath, you have to get in there, wash it off, and move on, because you can't go back and change it. Now, you can fix it for the future. You can. What's up, Mark Littleton? You can learn from it and move on. Okay? But think about that. Are you one of the ones that like to take a bath and just sit in that dirty bath water? Or do you like to take a shower and wash it off of you and get it out of the way? Okay? That's what I'm talking about today. Because oftentimes we do sit in these things and we just let it bother us. And what happens is it ends up getting on somebody else. So if you stink and you don't wash that stink off, it's going to get on somebody else. Remember this. The longer you stay in the bath water of life, the dirty bath water of life, the dirtier and more disgusting it gets. So stop having self-pity and move on. Use your problem and your situation to learn and grow and get out of that pity party that you're in. Because if you don't, it'll get worse. It'll make you feel worse. You'll much like you feel like you're still dirty after you get out of the bathtub, you'll still feel like that in life because you can't let stuff go. Okay? Now, oftentimes we do this to ourselves, as you heard me say. So I don't care if somebody does it to you or somebody else does it to you or you do it to yourself. At the end of the day, you got to acknowledge what's going on. You can't change the past. All you can do is look for the future, but you're only living in the present. Okay? So today, think about that, because I was thinking about that this morning after I got out of the shower. That sometimes in life we just seem to want to soak in that dirty bath water. And like I said, it's one thing if you took a shower first, rinsed off, got in there, and you want to soak in some suds or something like that. That's one thing. But if you come in straight from outside and you want to go in there and take a bath and you're washing off, you're just sitting in that water, that's pretty nasty, actually. So if you really sit down and think about it, and the longer you sit in that water, the colder the water gets, the nastier the water gets. It starts getting a little film on top because of all the dirt and the stuff that gets on top. But we tend to do that to ourselves sometimes. Okay? Here's my suggestion to you. If you find yourself soaking in the dirty bath water of life, go take a shower. Go take a shower, rinse off all that stuff, and start over, because a lot of times we put so much pressure on ourselves because of some of the stuff that we've done in the past, or we can't forgive somebody. Exactly, Mark. That's my point. What's up, Beard? We oftentimes, we throw a pity party. That's what we do. I do it. Everybody I see do it. But a lot of times, some of us can move on quicker than others. I tend to hold on to stuff, so sometimes I do feel like I'm in that dirty bath water. But you see what I'm saying? It is nasty, Beard. It is very nasty. So, much like we let our kids take baths, are they really that clean when they get out of that bathtub? You have to make yourself think about that. You understand what I'm saying? So, if you find yourself wallowing in the mire, soaking in the dirty bathwater, you see it every single day that you're doing these things, you have to acknowledge what happened and just realize that, look, you can't change it. You can't go back in the past and change it. All you can do is either forgive yourself or forgive somebody else, or ask for forgiveness and move on. Because, listen, we're in the car business, most of us that watch these, but even in life, you're going to experience something. You're going to experience something that's going to drag you down and bring you down. I don't care who you are. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's going to get drugged down at some point. But how long do you hold on to it? How long do you let it hold you down? That's the question you got to ask yourself today. Forgive and ask forgiveness, and I promise you, everything will be all right. I hope everybody has a safe Memorial Day weekend this weekend. It's going to be hot today. Looks like we may be expecting some storms and stuff on Sunday and Monday, but we'll see how that goes. If you're going to the beach or whatever, grilling out, y'all be safe. Drinking and driving, don't do it, okay? Don't be sleeping and driving either, because that's pretty tough as well. I've tried it in the past. Hope everybody has a great day. This has been the Fist Pump Guy, selling cars the right way because it's the only way I know. Follow the Fist Pump Enterprise.